See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out.
Alcohol, right.
And just touching up on the spacing, something that really kind of gets overlooked is the impact on Brunson within that dynamic. Just him having the ability to attack the lane while actually playing in a more modernized offense. He hasn't been in this scenario since he's been in Dallas with KP. Now in this game right here versus OKC, Luka is out. But still, look at the spacing that Dallas has, and now he can attack the lane. These are the options that Karl-Anthony Towns will open up for the Knicks. You know what? I should say this. It's not only Karl-Anthony Towns that gives Jalen Brunson options. It's also Mikal Bridges. Let's say this is Mikal right here. Now, defenders in SGA's position are going to have to make a decision. They can't really necessarily fully commit on the stunt when Jalen Brunson comes around and tries to get to his sweet spot anywhere in here in the paint. So not only Karl-Anthony Towns opens things up, let's say if he pops out of this pick, but you also have real three-point threats. So the Knicks this season is really betting on this offense. But again, the spacing completely opened things up for Brunson, just attacking. Again, here's some more examples of Brunson without Luka on the floor in a 5-out offense, a more modernized offense. So this is, for right now, our only looks at Brunson in this type of style. So these are the possibilities. Let's say if the Hornets had a real big man, he would have to have decisions right now. Either he stays down low and helps out with Brunson, or he leaves Towns wide open. So these are the possibilities here. This right here is a perfect example of taking the big man out the play. Watch KP take LeBron out this play, and as soon as LeBron is on his way out of the paint, that's when Brunson attacks. Brunson now makes his move. Look at LeBron, forced to make a decision. Stick with KP at the corner, or you help out with Brunson attacking. And look at the room, man. Brunson has plenty of room to throw up a floater or get into his bag. Now, even though AD is supposed to be the big man technically, defensively right now, the Lakers have LeBron as the person guarding the big man to conserve his energy. A lot of teams do this. So the Knicks going up against the Celtics when they love to put Jrue Holiday being the low man guarding the big man. Let's say now he has to guard Towns. That's going to be an issue for them. In the finals last year, they had Jason Tatum play this LeBron James role right now, conserving energy, guarding the big man. Now going up against the Knicks, it kind of compromises teams with their star players, because now Jason Tatum can't necessarily be guarding Towns when he's expected to have so much offensive output on the other end of the court. So this season, things are going to get quite interesting. You see LeBron out of the play. He's supposed to be guarding KP. Easy layup for Brunson. So with Karl-Anthony Towns on the team, eventually the Knicks are going to get a mismatch on the high post when you have a stretch big like that. So in a scenario like this, now Brunson can get back to his bag that he was in Dallas, which is his catch and shoot. And LeBron is going to stunt in. Look at Brunson, wide open. Brunson is going to have wide open threes this season, especially with Mikal and OG being threats from three, and just Mikal making all his cuts and his fadeaway shots in the paint. Brunson is definitely going to get back into his catch and shoot bag. And best believe he has that in his arsenal. LeBron once again taken out of the rim protection. AD is way up here. He got pulled into the action in the pick and roll with Brunson, and he's going to be forced to pedal back. Look at that open lane, man, Brunson has. See, LeBron should be somewhere down here. Normally with the old Knicks rosters with Mitchell Robinson and just having Julius Randle at times, the lane tend to get clogged up, especially with RJ Barrett also there. So now with this more modernized offense that we have with a stretch big, Karl-Anthony Towns will be pulling guys out of the paint, leaving more space for Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson to attack. So when defenders like LeBron James right here begin to hedge, trying to stop Brunson from making that turn. Because LeBron, at this point in his career, he does not want to be all the way out here. He wants to be the low man. But because Dallas has a real stretch 5, he has to be up here now where he's really uncomfortable. And it's an easy pop out to KP. Right here is a great example of the same play, but without a stretch 5. Hartenstein does a great job of re-screening right here. But now we're going to see Brunson make the turn and go downhill. It's still a difficult shot. But what really saved the Knicks on that play was Hartenstein re-screening. Let's take a look at that again. Look at this re-screen. Ooh. That was really the Knicks. That two-man game between Ihart and Brunson last season, boy, that really saved the Knicks, especially with those high screens. Sometimes even almost at half court. It really changed the spacing. Look at Embiid. He's just backpedaling at this point. Now, this is another prime example of having a stretch 5. Just draws so much attention. Look at KP as he makes his way down. But looks like he's going to get a little flare screen right here to pop out for the 3. And look no further than Cat. Cat's going to get caught kind of confused or in between a rock and a hard place because 2 actions are happening at once. Pick and roll right here. Sort of a flare screen to the 3-point line for KP. And 2 things are happening at once. Get Cat's attention. Once again, the big man draws out defenders, leaving the paint wide open. So Brunson right now, he threads the needle. And it's an easy bucket. That right there could be a play for a guy like Mikal Bridges. Once again, we're taking a look at the possibilities with no Luka on the floor. KP, stretch 5. He's a threat from 3. Defenders have to respect it. So look at Brunson. See, the double team doesn't come right away like it used to. If this was Hartenstein, normally both defenders would track back. But they have to respect it because of the threat. And also, the big man draws out Gobert. So look at the spacing in the lane. But Brunson doesn't even have to do all that. He could just pull up. Another dynamic here at play is how our teams with drop back bigs in the Eastern Conference going to defend the Knicks. KP has stretched out the floor. Look at all the Mavericks players. For example, this could be Karl-Anthony Towns. This could be Joel Embiid in the 76ers. They play this type of defense. Drop back big. Same thing for the Milwaukee Bucks with Lopez. It'll be a drop back big along with Towns now dragging out defenders from the paint area. So Brunson will definitely have more room to operate, and it compromises this defender right here because this could be Mikal Bridges. So he necessarily can't stunt in too hard and clog up the lanes for Brunson's attack, leaving Mikal open for a wide open 3. So you see how now, especially in the Eastern Conference, the Bucks and the 76ers defensively are kind of in a brand new position when it comes to defending the Knicks. And watching this play out, look at all the spacing Brunson has, and he just draws a foul. But again, this is all possible due to KP spacing out the floor. In seasons past, we would have had Randall, RJ, and Mitchell Robinson all clogging up the lanes. So looking back at Brunson playing in a more modern style that kind of fits in a way that teams play out today, it's him kind of returning back to his original style of when he first came into the league. Look at KP right here avoiding the contact. Throws a little ghost screen because he sort of popped out. Man, look at all this spacing right here. This is crazy. Knicks don't normally have this type of spacing. So again, this is for us to get more of an idea of the possibilities with the Knicks having now a stretch 5. And we're going to see Brunson's decision making put more to the test this season, as he doesn't necessarily have to carry the offensive load like last year. I think he's going to pass it to the roll man. And got KP wide open. Keep in mind, Karl-Anthony Towns, career 40% shooter from 3. Teams are going to be overly focused on the pick and roll. As you see Brunson do a fake dribble handoff. Look at all that spacing he has. And he's going to have his corner shooters, Mikal and OG. Right here, here's Brunson creating some offense out of the attention that KP is getting while stretching the floor, because he's trying to line up to go through the screen to shoot a three, but Brunson reads his play perfectly. Watch it play out. It wouldn't surprise me to see Brunson get his assist numbers up with the Knicks offensive playbook just being so wide open right now.